Greetings, everyone. This is Gerard, aka Double OG, Mr. Vegas the Sun, representing the purple one, the Continental, the Prince of Wannabes. Editor-in-Chief of SGIB Magazine. I stand for Soldiers Guide Intentions. Believe that, because everyone should be soldiering for something, a dream, a goal, an idea, a train of thought, something. And owner PBG's Production stands for Photos by Gerard, the best in freelance publicity photography. And CEO of the Beryl Corporation, that's B-E-R-Y-L. That stands for Be Ever Remembering Your Love. Well, right now, I'm still in Cebu, Philippines. And I was going to go to the gym, but the gym was closed for observance of the holiday. First I went there, they said it usually opens up at 6:30. And they said open at 7:30, so I waited, it didn't open. And then I finally spoke to somebody, and they said it probably won't open up to about after 12. Okay, so the reason I'm wet is not from working out, but for having a nice cold compress or rag or cloth around my neck. What I thought I'd do today is give you an idea of what goes on in here, where I'm at, and what type of news I receive, or we receive, or what is received around the world about the countries that comprise us as an international family. Okay, so I'm getting this from the Saya News, which is Manila's bulletin newspaper. So I want to thank them, because it's always important to acknowledge, to me anyway, where I get my sources from. And of course today is, let me stop playing and put on my glasses. I haven't picked up my new ones yet. I'm looking forward to that, but let me stop playing and put these on. I see you. Okay. All right. So this is March 15th, 2017. Of course, we have the news of Donald Trump, President Trump dropping the biggest bomb yet in the war on terrorists, or in the war on actually anything yet. For whatever reason, you know, I guess ISIS. I'm not trying to politicize anything. I'm just calling it as I see it. You know, I'm not trying to pick what side, who's right, who's wrong, or anything like that. I'm not trying to do that. All I'm looking at it as, I am a member of an international community, and I'm not a sheep, meaning that I don't follow. I'd rather read my own information, take what I want from it, and formulate my own opinions. In other words, it's okay to agree to disagree. I think that's the best way to say it. So we heard about that. Also in Kuwait, not in Kuwait, in Iraq, they have captured a Kuwait explosive expert of a terrorist group of ISIS, and deported him back to his home country in Kuwait, which is a good thing, you know, where they've been wanting him, you know, for the longest time, so they got a hold of him. And of course, tourists are still coming despite travel advisories. And I read about the travel advisories. Even here I am in Cebu, there's a travel advisories against tourists. But it stated that they are still coming, which was a good thing. I mean, you know, terrorists only wins when it truly affects our lives, and when we now, me, I'm a chicken. I'll tell you straight up. I'm a chicken. I'm a chicken in LA, chicken in New York, chicken in Arizona, chicken in North Carolina. I'm a chicken. Mostly because, you know, I only went where my camera took me. And without my camera, I feel, you know, I have nothing to offer. So I'm one of those who are only there whenever I have something to offer. And if I don't feel like paying the cost to be there, then I don't be there. And so then whatever happens around me, I find of interest to take from it. So also President Duponte met with King Hassan bin, I can't pronounce these names, but it's Binlsa Khal Khalifa of Bahrain. Now, if you don't know Bahrain is a part of Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia seems to always be able to skirt itself around a lot of the problems or situations that go on in this world, including with 9/11, in the travel ban that went across the world, except for those from Saudi Arabia. So Saudi Arabia seems to be neutral, and at some point transparent. Nobody seems to be able to see it. But also, he met with the president here in the Philippines, and they signed an agreement. They signed a total of 4 documents. One of the documents was to ensure that the safety and protection of Filipino workers on foreign soils are protected, which I think is a good message. Which I think is a good plan to protect its own citizens even abroad. Also, Black Friday was observed. It had its very high attendance that it's had in a long time. I think 41% of adults who attended some type of religious ceremony over the weekend, which is good. Just thinking 41% of U.S. citizens attended some type of worship service. You know, I think we could almost say that would be a good thing. Also, I wanted to point out to you was that the Filipino Army had 13 new generals appointed. So I tried reading their names, but get it. But I just want to say congratulations to those generals, because I know if they're appointed, they are appointed in good credentials. They are appointed in good status, and I know they have the people of the Philippines in their focus. So to you generals, I congratulate you and salute you, and good luck in your new positions. Also, 48% of Filipinos attended religious services weekly. Top attendance in a long time, which was good. So that's a beautiful thing. Also, one of the things I wanted to point out was that just imagine if you lived in a country where they're really concerned about the children. Then maybe you would read something like this in the Post and the papers in the United States. It's a travel advisory on road safety. It said now that the holiday week is almost over, and many will soon go home from their trips, and health groups urge vacationers to observe proper road safety measures. In a statement, the New Vote Association of the Philippines, that's NVAP, told the vacationers to be more careful while driving home, to think about the children. Most especially, we are traveling with them. According to the Department of Health of 2016, injuries reportedly system children ages 0 to 19 years up at a most 29% of the total vehicle crash related injuries in 2016. Every day, around 263 children fall victim to road crashes, as estimated by the Department of Transportation